Every now and then in our lifetimes, we either gain an ancestor or we possibly lose a family member that needs to be added to our family shrines or altars. Stay tuned, let's talk about how we do that. Hi everybody, welcome back to another video by Pan Society. I'm Sherry, and today I want to talk about adding an ancestor or family member to the family altar or shrine. If you don't already have one or you don't know what it is, a family shrine or an altar is a focal point in either your living space in your house or somewhere outside or somewhere nearby that is built up, that contains memories or memorabilia like photos, trinkets, and some cultures use food, alcohol, and it's just a way to be reminded of your ancestors and to feed them and take care of them. This is especially important if you don't live close enough to the grave sites of your ancestors or your past family members that you can't tend the graves. So that this way that you can constantly be reminded of them, speak with them if you need to, get advice, or just take care of them because they need to be fed as well. Now, recently, I would say within the last month, I've had somebody who has passed, and so it's time to add them to the shrine. It's been over a month, barely, and the reason I waited so long is because in my culture, you don't just do it immediately. They have a shrine, altar or shrine that's already created for them for the funeral rites, which in my culture takes a couple of days. And before I can add them to the family shrine, I have to wait for a sign that they've passed. And I got my sign a couple weeks ago, and so I did the last steps of the funeral rites, and so now it's time for me to add that person to my shrine. I don't have a lot of memorabilia from this person, so this is great advice if it's somebody that you just didn't have a lot of things or didn't take pictures. I do have that person's ID, like their photo ID, so I'm going to use that. And then with them, I'm going to put a few coins that they had with them that they carried around that was in their pockets that I found. So I'm going to place that on the altar, and it's going to be enough for them. If you have less than that, that's absolutely fine. You can put a statue up there that is representative of that person, or some kind of trinket or something you find later that reminds you of that person. So you don't have to make it as too complicated. It can be as simple as you need, whatever fits your needs. But now that I can see that person on the altar, the impact that it has in my daily life, it's changed our relationship, even though that they're like no longer here. And it also gives me strength knowing that things have gotten better and they're guiding me. So having these is important. Having spiritual and familial ancestral shrines is important for not just you and your well-being, although it's great, it's also to take care of your ancestors as well. So when you're adding someone new, it doesn't have to be that hard. And I would always take a look into what your background is. A lot of the Asian cultures kind of share similarities. But if you look into funeral rites and ancestor rites, I'm pretty sure you'll find something that works for you and your family. If you have any other tips or tricks, feel free to share them below or join us on Facebook. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time in the next Pan video.